Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for May 14th, 2024. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle here for Gemini. Let's see what's going on. Gemini, we have conflict. We have the healing light here. Oh, very interesting, because it tells me that you are in a place where it seems like something happens and it seems like it really, whatever this conflict is, it bursts a dam of emotion or something wide open, or finally opens up something that maybe you didn't face, didn't want to deal with because it hurt. Okay. It's something about you not wanting to depend on a situation or a person emotionally. There's something about that going on. Like, I don't want to depend on them emotionally. I don't want anybody to have that much control over my feelings in this. Right. You may feel like someone plays with your emotions. The conflict is, it's like you're very, I see you being very loving, very open to other people. But I feel like you may, with the conflict, you have Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Hanged Man. I see someone being very concerned about the I see someone being very concerned about how things, golly, this is tough, because it says here that you are very open emotionally, right? But you are also independent from someone, and it's mostly because you may give or be open to them, give them other chances, a new chance to change their direction or change what they do, to change, to do something better, to be better. But you may feel like this person takes full advantage of that. The conflict is, like, I'm a caring person, but I don't want to be. It's like the conflict is trying to see something differently, and you can't. The healing light is the World and Six of Pentacles here. The healing light talks a lot about how you've got to stop. You may realize, I have to stop giving to situations that you have to constantly be like, well, if I see it differently, if I look at this or look at that, the bigger picture, then da 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 da. It's like if you have to make all these concessions, then you shouldn't be putting anything into it. What is this? But this is pertaining to other people. They're talking about situations as well, like jobs or something. A lot of this is saying, it's like it's encompassing many things. So I'm not just talking about relationships between you and other people and, romantic, platonic, whatever. They're talking about in general. If you're finding yourself in situations or with people or places or at places or something where people or you find yourself having to really squint and tilt your head to the side to try to see it differently. Maybe they're not taking advantage of me. Maybe this is that. Maybe da 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 da. Maybe there's a strategy to this, right? No, you know what I mean? Spirit's like, you got to stop that cycle. That's what's healing you, or what will heal you to know, is that your heart is really big, no matter what anyone says. You know how people say that mess about air signs, especially, oh, they don't have feelings, and it's like, not so. They just don't dwell on their feelings of everything all the time. You know what I mean? I find air signs to be extremely delightful. So, I mean, it takes feelings to be a happy, jolly person, or to focus on the positive. I just don't, But anyway, I'm going to get off that soapbox. What I will say is this. It just seems very much so strongly that they're talking about, you've got to stop contributing to situations where, like I said, you got to tilt your head and squint and be like, if I tilt my head and squint this way, it kind of looks like a duck. And then when you turn your head, it's a vulture. No. And they're kind of giving you, they're saying that the conflict is that you may be depending on, I won't say depending, because I see an independence. The conflict of this independence is that you may have finally, some of you may have feelings for a situation or a person, and it's not necessarily romantic feelings, but you may care about someone, and they're taking advantage of you. At least that's what this looks like for some of you. You care about them, and they're taking some kind of advantage of a situation, right? And it's like Spirit's like it's difficult for you to see it any other way, and that it heals you to understand that you may be contributing to things like that. Like, you try really hard to see it a different way instead of what it is. A consciousness of lack is the Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Wands, Lord. You may realize that you don't have all year, all next 10 years and 20 years to be carrying this burden or this load. This is a vibe of saying, I'm not going to be doing this for the next 20 years. I'm sorry, I'm not. That's that energy. Like, I don't have it in me with this ace to start a new cycle of this, where it's more burden on me or more energy or something I have to carry on me. The great achievement here is the Two of Swords and the Emperor. I think that it's like you realize that you have to take matters. This is new. I'm getting a strange feeling like this may be a new thing for you. Some of you have been going through a cycle here where you've been giving someone a chance after chance, or a job chance after chance, or like just doing something and just, okay, I'm gonna try it again. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. And feeling like no matter what you do, it just doesn't get to that next level. No matter how you slice it, no matter how much you contribute to it, no matter what load you carry, you may feel like you're not getting further in this situation. But what happens in this conflict, there's some level, something happens, right? These are things that happen or have happened already or will happen. That when it comes to this situation, that where you realize that it doesn't matter what you do. No matter how much love or compassion you push into a situation, no matter how much you forgive a person, or you forgive this place, or you just say, you know what, I'm just going to keep trying. It doesn't matter. It's time to go at something in a new direction, new approach. It's time to go at something differently. Go at it alone, even for some of you with the Nine of Pentacles. But there's something here about taking control of the situation that it's very... It feels like you can't even... like you can't see it any other way. If this is a person, something's going to happen and you're going to feel so disrespected that you're going to... this isn't going to be pretty for them. You might feel very disrespected in a situation, and finally you're saying, yeah, no, I'm not giving you another chance, or I'm not dealing with this anymore, you. You may realize that even if you're codependent on this person being a certain way, you may realize even that's a lie. You're not codependent on anything. You're independent as crap. You don't need this. But if it's like a place or person, place or a job or something like that, this would be like, no matter what, you won't be able to see it any differently. They're really taking advantage of you, And I see you choosing something else, choosing to go in a different direction. Some of you may even realize you're being pushed into entrepreneurship. Okay, some of you may really be pushed into that direction, and you don't realize that. Or maybe you always did, but you just needed this push. Sometimes that's what this is. The healing light is something where it's like time to graduate, and Spirit's like, listen, no matter what you do, you're never going to graduate from that school, but you will from this one. And it's usually the school of hard knocks. Okay, usually it's the school of hard knocks with the Five of Swords, and the Hanged Man, Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles, and the conflict, right? And then you bounce up, and this would be that vibe of someone saying, I became an entrepreneur, but first I had to get kicked around. And I got kicked around a lot. Now I found myself living in a box in the woods in a car, my car parked, and just me and my dog, And I'm being facetious. I'm so serious. So there's a lot of people I know that blew up out of nowhere. And if you heard their story, you'd be like, if they could do it, I could do it too. Okay, because I'm not that far down, but I could definitely get up from where I'm at. So I'm seeing that. I apologize, but You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Capricorn, or an Aries. The other signs are Cancer or Scorpio, so you could be a Gemini, Cancer cusp. All right, you have Aries, Taurus cusp. And if you're not dealing with those, no, Pisces, Aries cusp, excuse me. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.